Reading Srimad Bhagavatam 4:28-54. Hamsavaham chatvam charya sakhayo manasayana adbhutam antarajvaukaha sahasra parivatsaran. Hamsav, two swans. Aham, I, cha, and tvam, you, cha, also. Arya, O great soul. Sakhau, friends. Manasa Aya now. Together in the Manasa lake. Adbhutam became antara, separated, va, indeed. Okaha, from the original home. Sahasra, thousands. Pari, successfully. Vatsaran, yes. Translation, my dear gentle friend, both you and I, exactly like two swans, we live together in the same heart, which is like the Manasa lake. Although we have been living together for many thousands of years, we are still far away from our original home. My dear gentle friend, both you and I are exactly like two swans. We live together in the same heart, which is just like the Manasa lake. Although we have been living together for many thousands of years, we are still far away from our original home. Purport by Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The original home of the living entity and the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the spiritual world. In the spiritual world, both the Lord and the living entities live together very peacefully. Since the living entity remains engaged in the service of the Lord, they both share a blissful life in the spiritual world. However, when the living entity wants to enjoy himself, he falls down into the material world. Even while he is in that position, the Lord remains with him as the super soul, his intimate friend. Because of his forgetfulness, the living entity does not know that the Supreme Lord is accompanying him as the super soul. And this way, the living entity remains conditioned in each and every millennium. Although the Lord follows him as a friend, the living entity, because of forgetful material existence, he does not recognize him. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnanam Jnana Shulakaya Chakshudan Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Mano Bhishtam Satpitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamam Dadati Swapadandikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutabada Kamalam Shri Rupam Sukhajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Shadvitam Shavadutam Parajanam Sitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Ye Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Shavanu Sutta Devi Pranamami Hare Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhuvevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namaram Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Bhakti Vedanta Samiti Naminen Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharinen Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desadarinen Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So thank you very much for joining in our Srimad Bhagavatam class, reading 4:28:54. So it's very interesting in this verse. Usually the example is given of two birds staying in the same tree. Most of the time the analogy says, what Upanishad is that? 2:17 I think, Bhagavad Gita. Sesvatara Upanishad, is it? Yeah? So the two birds, staying on the tree. Here it is given, the analogy is given as two swans. Okay? You understand? The example is the same, but both are birds. But here the bird is a swan, Right? So what they are doing? We are living together for many thousands of years, and we are still far away from our original home. Correct? So what are the living entities doing? Passing time. What are they doing? Chit-chatting. Passing time. Who? Not both birds are enjoying the material life. One bird has nothing to do with material life at all. Maya cannot touch that one bird. Maya is only touching the other bird. And who is that other bird? Who? Yes, the spirit soul. And the other bird is the super soul. So one is, although the Lord is there, because of the Lord's energy, the super soul, he covers the other living entity. You understand? This covering is done by the super soul. It's not that the soul get covered, because Maya is working under the direction of Madhyakshana Pakirti Susajate Characharanam Hetunena Kauntaya Jagat Viparivartate 9:14, 9:10. You remember this verse from Bhagavad Gita 9:10, correct? Madhyakshana, Maya Adhyakshana, Maya is working under my direction. So Maya cannot do anything independently. Correct? What is that? 9:10. This material nature, which is one of my energies, is working under my direction. O son of Kunti, producing all moving and non-living beings under its rule, this manifestation is created and annihilated again and again. So Maya is working under whose direction? Where else it says that Maya is under the direction of the Lord? Brahma Samhita. Let's go to the Bhagavatam. You know the verse in Bhagavatam? 174. Bhakti yogena manasi samyak pranihite male apasyat purusham puranam mayam cha tat apashrayam. See this verse. Thus he fixed his mind perfectly, engaging it by linking it in devotional service, bhakti yoga, without any tint of materialism. And thus he saw the absolute personality of Godhead along with his external energy, which was under full control. So Maya was behind. Understand? Maya will not come in front. She is a back. So he saw the Lord. This is who's talking here? Vyasadeva. You know who's talking here? Vyasadeva. Read together again so you will understand. Thus he fixed his mind perfectly, engaging in by linking it in devotional service, bhakti yoga, without any tint of materialism. That means in pure Krishna consciousness. And thus he saw the absolute personality of Godhead along with his external energy, which was under full control. Maya was under whose control? Maya is not independent. You understand this point? Maya is not independent. So the Lord engages the Maya to cover the living entity. But although the living entity is covered by Maya, the living entity is fully under the control of the Lord. That's why in the Bhagavad Gita it says, no? I am the what? Bhagavad Gita, he is the witness and is the permitter. What verse is that? Don't say, because then they will never learn. If you say, they will never learn. Jai Shri Radha. So where is it stated? Bhagavad Gita, where? The Lord is the witness and is the permitter. Huh? He didn't say. No, Prabhu, in the Bhagavad Gita he never said. Very good. Anumanta Upadrasta. What verse is that? Thirteen? 33. 13:23. So please try to remember all this is all basic verses. Upadrasta Anumanta Cha Bharta Bhokta Maheshwara Paramatmeti Cha Api Yukto Dehesmin Purusha Paraha. Here in this body there is another, a transcendental enjoyer who is the Lord. So try to understand this. You see, the living entity is trying to enjoy from the material energy, correct? But here there is another transcendental enjoyer. That means the Lord is also enjoying. Not that the Lord is sitting down like a dead wood or something. Understand? The Lord is also enjoying. He is a transcendental enjoyer. He is not enjoying the Maya. Who is the Lord? The supreme proprietor who exists as the overseer and permitter and who is known as the super soul. Where in the Bhagavad Gita says that the Lord is the supreme proprietor? Very good. What verse is that? Huh? Of course, the whole Bhagavad Gita, he says he is the proprietor. He is not in one verse only, but everywhere he is the beginning, middle, beginning, everything. Nothing can exist without him. So many verses. But Prabhupada always quotes this verse, Bhoktaram Yakya Tapasham Sarva Loke Maheshwaram Suhedam Sarva Bhutanam Gyantva Santirachyuti. Also there is another place, Aham Bhokta Prabhu Evacha. Correct? That's what? 9:24. Also. Correct? So you see, the Lord is the supreme proprietor and He is the controller. See? It's a very amazing thing that today that the Lord has appeared, and as a Brahman He came in front of Puranjan, Vidarbhi. You understand? Because she is a wife of a pure devotee, because she could not see the Lord. So the Lord appeared externally in the form of Brahman to give direction. You understand this point? So this is very unique, It's not that the Lord forsakes someone. You see, even as a woman, the Lord came to help. Of course, she is already going on to the fire. She already lit the fire already, just waiting to jump inside only. But the Lord appeared. You understand? Because she is a wife of a pure devotee. To give her direction. So you not to be frightened, you're going to, go back to the spiritual world. Just like Sukadev Goswami, he was telling to Parikshit Maharaj, you don't have to worry, you are going back. This body, what he said, you think you're going to die, you are Pasubuddhi. I think we discussed that, right? You know where we discussed that? Don't know, huh? This one is a little difficult. 12.5 and 12th canto, chapter 5. He said, don't think you're going to die. You're not going to die. If you think you're going to die, you are animal conscious. You are not going to die and you're going back home, back to Godhead. You see? So, again, same instruction is given by Sukadev Goswami. I think the verse, what is the verse? 12 what? Better take out.
12.5.
12.5?
2.
Is the word here. Tvam tu rajan marishyati pasubuddhemimam jahi. Say that word. Na jataha prak adbhuto adya dehavat tvam na nansyasi. O king, give up this animalistic mentality of thinking I am going to die. Unlike the body, you are not taken birth. There is not a time in the past when you did not exist, and you are not about to be destroyed. So this is the understanding that we are soul, and you cannot understand this if you are materially contaminated. See? So the Lord came to further reinforce the faith of Vidarbhi. No, you don't worry, you're not the body, we are both old friends. We are both very old friends. Sitting in the same heart and you've seen each other for so long. But you, because you want to enjoy this Maya, you've forgotten me. Next verse, you see next verse? Huh? See the next verse? See, the Lord is speaking, He is saying, my dear friend, you are now my very same friend. Since you left me, you become more and more materialistic. And not seeing me, you have been traveling in different forms throughout this material world which is created by some woman. Understand? This woman here is Prakriti, not the other woman. You can't create any woman. Of course, they create the bodies, I understand that. But this is actually referring to. So try to understand, the moment we turn our face away from the Lord, then immediately we are covered by. Where is that verse? We'll ask the others. Where is the verse that you turn away, you get covered by Maya? Very good. 11 to? This one a little difficult because you must practice a bit. The moment you turn your face away from Maya, away from the Lord, you get covered by Maya. Actually, before we go there, there is a simpler place. It is in 175, I think. I think 175. Yeah. Okay. Yaya sammohitam jiva atmam tri gunatmakam paropi manyate naratam tat kritam cha abhibhajyate. Due to this external energy, the living entity, although transcendental to the three modes of nature, think himself as a material product and thus undergoes the reaction of material miseries. So the moment he gets identified with the body, then he gets covered over and he gets entangled. Thinks himself the material product and thus undergoes the reaction of material miseries. Now, what is this material miseries? What is that? I'm sure you know, right? The first thing that happens when you get covered by Maya, this is what happens. This is what happens, the first thing that happens. You see the word here? Bhayam. The moment you get covered by Maya, the first thing that happens is in fear. You understand? That's the first thing. Bhaya divitya. This is the second nature. Abhinay veshatasya isad apetasya viparyoho smriti. Different consciousness. So it is plain here. Fear arises when the living entity misidentify himself as the material body because of absorption in the external illusionary energy of the Lord. When the living entity turns away from the Supreme Lord, he also forgets his constitutional position as servant of the Lord. So he forgets. Right? That's why everybody, they don't know what to do, what not to do. Correct? Yeah, that's why the bodily concept is, the first thing is, you see, what did Krishna spend, how many verses he spent to say that you are not the body in the Bhagavad Gita? The first thing he speaks is that you are not the body. Understand? And we need to be reminded all the time, we are not the body. Yes? Correct? How many times we forget, oh no, I am the body, I am the body. Is it not? So to come out of bodily concept is to learn, it's very a big realization. It is not such an easy thing to understand that you are not the body. Because Maya is so powerful. Correct? Yes or not? Immediately you are thinking of your body, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, these things all are important. Yes? See how Maya. That's why it says here, he forgets his own constitutional position as servant of the Lord. He forgets. That's why today the Lord is reminding both of us, we have been through many, many lives. But you forget. So we have to remind ourselves. Sometimes, very boring. This whole thing is always repeating same time. Everything the same thing over and over again, One guy told me that, I read but Prabhupada is saying the same thing, first chapter of Bhagavatam. Why? Why it is being repeated? Because we forget. You understand? We forget. That's why it's also explained here. This mantra, one who always sees all living entity as spiritual spark in quality one with the Lord becomes a true knower of things. What then can be illusion or anxiety for him? See? One who what? Always sees. Then he has no more problem. Understand? The purport is very important. You see, this line, it is not there in the original, Can you check? In the original, I didn't see this line. This is something strange. Except for the Madhyama Adhikari and the Uttama Adhikari discussed above, no one can correctly see the spiritual position of the living and you see this point? Except the Madhyama and that means the Kanishta, he cannot understand this. Is it there? It is there? Oh. I read that the one upstairs, you got one original Ishopanishad up there, red color or something. I thought that is the original book, is it? I saw the line is different. Strange. I don't know what is right, what is wrong. It's strange. So, but the point is this, you see here, unless one is a Madhyama or that means to understand you are not the body, the Kanishta cannot do it. The Kanishta, that's why for him to elevate the Kanishta, how to elevate the Kanishta? What is the symptom of this Kanishta? Tell me. Kanishta is attachment. Very good. What is the Kanishta? Where it is explained the Kanishta's qualities, you know? Where is it explained this Kanishta qualities? Many places. I think easy, give you easy way. 7:14 something. What is that? 7:14 what? Hmm? 7? Yeah, that is the main one quoted. But 7:14 also there? 1:4. Kanishta Adhikari. 7:14:40 is it?
30 also. 29.
29, yeah. I think is the best way to explain this. But this is the problem with the Kanishta. Sometimes a neophyte devotee offers all the paraphernalia for worshipping the Lord, and he actually worships the Lord as the deity. But because he is envious of the authorized devotees of Lord Vishnu, the Lord is never satisfied with his devotional service. This is the problem. He is what? Envious of the authorized devotees. He thinks he knows better. You understand? Symptom he doesn't want to hear. That's a symptom of a neophyte. He doesn't want to. I know better. No need to. Same thing. No, he's speaking. What the big deal? No, I can speak better. The symptom of a person who don't want to. The first qualification. Understand? It's explained here. Right? Finding every way chance to skip out of the class. Class only something else to do. That means you know. Symptom. And the Lord is never satisfied with his devotional service. That's another point. The Lord is never. Because why? Enviousness. You follow? So therefore to be a neophyte is very dangerous. And in the neophyte level you cannot understand you are not the body. Yes, always thinking that I am the body, I am very proud, I am top class, you know what? I am what? I know, everything what? I know. But the pure devotee is in the platform of what? I don't know. See the two different thinking, I don't know. I am completely in the bodily consciousness. How does the pure devotee thinks? I am the lowest of lowest. I think it's what? 23, CC 23 is it? He acts like he is the most pakka neophyte, pure devotee. Right? I think CC, no? 23 something, right? He has got nothing, not even a little fragrance of love of Godhead. Nothing. No taste. That's how he starts thinking. Two different, Sanatana Goswami always say, Niche Jadi, Niche Sangi, Niche everything is low class. I am very low. I mean, Sanatana Goswami, we are worshipping on the altar and he is saying he is low class. And and here we are doing big puja, we are thinking we are high class. Can you imagine the consciousness? You see how? One pure, one, So I have to understand. So unless we come to this understanding we are not the body, then all these other things we can understand. And we can understand the super soul, we can understand this thing, everything. But for one who is illusion, these things are covered, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, no? cannot know me. What is that verse? You cannot know me as I am. Bhagavad Gita, he says, the living entity is covered. What is that verse? Huh? Come on. Bhagavad Gita is basic, What? Hello? I don't know, Prabhu. Don't ask me any question. I am just sitting here only, After time I am going up to eat.
338.
Huh?
338.
3?
38.
That's a 338.
But not 338 is there, but not.
What is the verse 338? Huh? I think you are not reading proper books. Prabhupada never quoted 338, You understand? That means you are just taking the computer, where Maya, okay. You have to quote what the Acharya is saying, not simply, you just simply hear one verse, any verse, and just say, Bhagavatam got so many verses. Correct? You must quote what the Acharya, Upasana. You follow? What is the verse Prabhupada quote always? The living entity we cannot understand. Yes, 725. Remember this. 7? Naham prakasha sarvasya yoga maya samamrita muddoyam nabhijanante. This is one. Lokamamajamavyayam. I am what? You see this point? I am never manifest the foolish and unintelligent. For them I am covered by my internal potency, and therefore they do not know that I am unborn and inexhaustible. So the moment you are covered by Maya, you cannot understand. I am never manifest the foolish and unintelligent. They do not know that I am unborn and covered. You cannot understand. You understand this point? So the living entity, if he is trapped in the body, he covered by Maya, he cannot understand. He cannot understand this. You follow? It's not possible for you to understand this by your own efforts. That's why he need to go and learn from who? Yes, he must go and take shelter of a pure devotee. Then the pure devotee say, you are part and parcel of Krishna, you are servant of Krishna. Yes? Did you understand that before you came to the Krishna consciousness? Huh? What? In fact, we were so proud. Oh, I am, Prabhu, IIT, and what? I am what? Engineer. Oh, I made it to Singapore. Where are you coming from? Singapore. Wow, big thing, correct? How this big Maya? Yes or not? Correct? And people ask me, what you studied? I failed kindergarten, Prabhu. I say like that. I failed all my life. I failed. What? You sitting here giving class, how you fail? Yeah, kindergarten I dropped off, failed. Yeah, what's the impression? Understand? Materially, we are stupid fool. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also acted like that. He failed, he said. My Guru said to me, you are a great fool, you don't touch Vedas. Veda, you got no adhikar. You see how he presented? So I think some ISKCON guys, they are so smart, they put in their name card IIT, BTT, BTEC, so many nonsense. I am going to put there, kindergarten dropped out. I am going to make a card and put like that, kindergarten dropped out. Why? Because that is the idea. If you think you are materially so much, then where is the knowledge? See, you cannot understand. You understand this point? This is how Maya works. This I and my platform. What is that verse? Sarva what? Upadi Vinirmuktam. You know this verse? You know? Don't know? You remember this. Then write it down. Where is that? 22? 19? 1917. See? This one quoted by Prabhupada many times. You must know this. 17. 170. Oh. I cannot hear because you must speak up. I am 65 already. My ears are falling apart. You understand? Everything is finished for me. Let you say, you mumble 19. Yes, I'm not, trying to make it difficult. That's my problem. 19170. See here, remember this is very important. You see the verse here? Sarva Upadhi. Upadhi means what? Position, destination. You understand? Sarva Upadhi Vinirmuktam Tatparatvena Nirmalam Rishikena Rishikesa Sevanam Bhakti Ruchate. This is a very important word. Prabhupada quote this many times. Bhakti or devotional service means engaging all our senses in the service of the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Master of all the senses. When the spirit soul renders service unto the Supreme, there are two side effects. One is free from all material destination. Is that? Two side effects. One is that? One is free from all material destination. For preaching purpose, you put like this now. I am teaching you how to preach. You put the kindergarten dropped out. Let's see you become. Everybody will curious. You kindergarten dropped out. What's it? As you sometimes they write the sign upside down to attract people. This is called reverse psychology. What is it called? Reverse psychology. Then people what? I want to know, kindergarten before? Yes, Prabhu, I failed everything, every class I failed. I am quoting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is scholar, God himself, and he's saying, I failed. Yes or no? His guru told him, you are a fool, you don't go to Vedanta. Chaitanya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a fool. You see how he projected. Why? Because he had to give up this destination. You understand? When you put all this title there, then you become proud and you become puffed up. You don't tell me, I'm IIT, Oh, you IIT. IIT what? Backside. Right? Nonsense. That's why you have to give up this. What? Proud. Immediately when you put all these things there, you become what? Proud. And one's senses are purified, simply been employed in the service of the Lord. You follow my point? This is how to give up. Actually, one of the quality of one who is making advancement, a pure devotee, he is never influenced by pride. You know the verse? This one the scholars have to come in. Come on. What is the verse? That you advanced devotee, he will never be. Of course, there are many places, but I quote for you this verse. I think I give you a clue. 8th canto, 5th chapter. I think it's 8:5:20. 27. Yeah, remember, this you must remember, pure devotee will never be Right?
No, not 27.
I think it is 8, 5. Huh? 11 to 51. 8:22:27, correct. 8:22. 27, no? $26 actually. So this is the symptom of a person who is very advanced. Is that point? If a human being is born in an aristocratic family or higher status of life, if he performs wonderful activities, if he is youthful, if he has personal beauty, good education and good wealth, and if he is nonetheless not proud of his opulence, is to be understood that he is especially favored by the Supreme Personality of God. See this point? Huh? If he is not proud, that means he is what? Favored. Next verse. Although aristocratic birth and other such opulence are impediment to advancement in devotional service because they are causes of false prestige and pride. You understand this point? When you get high birth, good intelligence, all these things, they are creating pride. False prestige and pride. What does false prestige mean? What is false prestige? Huh? Pride, two things, false prestige and pride. What does that false prestige mean? Position, no? It gives you some kind of a imaginary position, illusion, correct? And proud. Become. This opulence never disturb a pure devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Never disturb a. Where you are going? Cooking. 9 o'clock cooking. Oh. Why nobody calling you cooking on?
No, it's not doing work. Someone not working.
So try to understand this. Understand? See another thing, another place also. This one is symptom of a person very advanced. This is also shows that this verse Mana Sunyataha Chantir Avyakta Kalatum Virakti Mana Sunyata. Mana Sunyata means no what? False ego. You understand? Can see here the translation. Absence of false prestige. Mana sunyataha means absence of false prestige. So in other words, if you have proud, then there is no. When the seed of aesthetic emotion for Krishna fructify, the following 9 symptoms manifest in one's behavior: forgiveness, concern that time should not be wasted, detachment, absence of false prestige. You understand? If you are going to increase your false prestige, then how you are going to make spiritual advancement? Yes? So we should always try to Ye Madhavendra Puri, you know the story, right? The Lord stole the sweet rice for him, right? Correct? Yes? And then he went to the Makali, he had that. Then what he did? He ran away from the place. Why did he run away? You don't know. Huh? Because Krishna had to steal some more sweet rice for him. Why? Why did Krishna, he left the place very quickly?
Because he was thinking that he was taking service.
Huh? Because he was taking service. You're coming from Orissa, you don't know this point. Come on, what you doing? Oriya Bada boy, Pandit Samo, Brahmin. You don't know this story? You know this story? Don't know. He's from Orissa. Where is from? Where is he from? Huh? He's Kalki Avatar. What? He's Sambalpur. Oh, he knows Kalki. He doesn't know this Madhavendra Puri. Hare Krishna. He got the sweet rice, he ran away because why? People will know in the morning and they will come to him and they will, you think that I am a great man now, the Lord stole the sweet, he disappeared from the place. He didn't want to take any publicity. You understand? That is the mood of the pure devotee. Oh, Krishna stole from me, now I became a big man. I'll put one table here and that's it. I will make money. Eh? Understand? He will build big foundation.
Madhya 4, 146.
Huh?
Madhya 4, 146 or 147.
Madhya what?
4, 146 and 147.
What is this?
That was what they are saying now.
Oh, what I am saying now, okay. Madhya. There, here, Pratistara. You see the word? Pratistara, reputation, is it? You must know this thing, all this, even though one may not like it, reputation as ordained by the providence comes to him. Indeed, one's ransom reputation is known throughout the entire world. But then you see, being afraid of his reputation, Pratishta, Madhavendra Puri fled from Remuna. But the reputation brought by love of God is so sublime that it goes along with the devotee as if following him. So he could not escape that, If like Prabhupada, yeah? Right enough? Yes or no? So therefore devotee is pure, it is referring to pure devotees, right? You understand? They do something uncommon and devotees glorified. Of course, nowadays it's pretty difficult because the Facebook is there to always what? Declassify the devotees. Correct? So you can see how pride, as is a common saying, pride goes before one. Hold on. Pride goes before. So therefore devotee should be very careful not to. Important. Then they come out of the bodily platform. And then yes, when you are out of the body, then the Lord is willing to help. You see here, the Lord came personally to her, try to help her to explain. We both come from the original place. This is a point that I wanted to make also. All this big argument about what the spirit soul never fell from the spiritual world and all these things. But in this verse, because the word Okaha, original destination, proper translated there, from the original place. So where's our original place? So many guys are arguing day and night, we never go in the spiritual world because in the spiritual world you cannot fall down, blah blah blah. But this was
In Sanskrit, Oka is a house dwelling.
dwelling. But if you go and refer, okay, Prabhupada said original destination. Original is enough. The word original is enough already. Where original home, original house, where Mustafa. Come on, please. Understand? Our original home, where is it? Huh? Yes. In the Bhagavad Gita also, right? It says, where is the place? What Krishna says about his place? You know where it is stated? Bhagavad Gita? Where? Don't know also. Don't know? You finish reading Bhagavad Gita? Did you read Bhagavad Gita? No. What Bhagavad Gita you reading? Huh? Where? Where in the Gita it says? Huh? Oh, you got that English? Where is 15? 15? 6. Very good. You must remember this, all these must be in the fingertips. It says here, see, na tad bhasyate suryo, na shashanko no pavakaha, yad gatva na nirvartante tad dhama paramam mama. Huh? You must know this verse very hard. The supreme abode of mind is not illumined by the sun or moon, nor by fire or electricity. Those who reach it never return to this material world. That is the abode of the... Correct? Yes? So this is the original place. Where is the place we came from? Brahmajyoti. We never return?
Those who reach it never return.
We return.
We fell down.
Yeah, you fell down. Now you are going back. You will now come back again. That's what Krishna is saying. Now you go, you will now come back. Because you wanted to come here and become Acharya, deliver all the conditioned soul. In the process, you fell down. The Lord sent you here to deliver the soul, but you became Anavaka Maya. And you fell down. What to do?
But again, we have been perpetually falling down.
Correct. Not perpetually.
No, if we fall
No,
down.
no, now you go, you will not fall down. Finish.
So from spiritual world and Brahma, then we also fell again and again and again.
Yes. That's how it is explained.
Also you can fall down.
Huh?
But some souls come from Brahmajyoti also.
They never fall down. They are called the Nitya Siddhas. Nitya Siddhas from birth, they always remember Krishna. They never forget.
No, some souls fall from Brahmajyoti also, right?
Some fall from Brahmajyoti. Some fall from the heavenly planet. Some come from the Pitra Loka. I was looking for this verse, this Pitra Loka thing. Where's the Pitra? We know heavenly, like 7, 15 fall from heaven, you become grass, like this. But the Pitra Loka fall down, where is it? Do you know where? Huh? I was looking for it and I saw it here. Give me a minute. I saw it in the 3, either 26, 27, 28. One who falls from the Pitralok seems to look at it now. Anyway, you look for me there, it is there. I think it's more 327, I think, I'm not sure. You look for me anyway, it's around there, 325, 6, 7, 8. The verses are there. Pitralok, you type, maybe it can come out. So anyway, you come down, the earth is the place where you fall from the Pitralok or the heavenly planets, or or you climb from hellish planet, all here, So if you can somehow or other make your life successful, that's what Krishna wants. The moment Krishna sees the living entity is a little inclined, then he would like to help the soul, You understand? That's why he acts externally as the spiritual master, internally as the super soul, to help the conditioned soul. See, one unique thing here is that here this is explained that we are both two swans, we have been in the lake so long, correct? Now you have to understand I am your real friend, But the point is that, you see, that even though the Lord is as a super soul speaking, He never said that you just please surrender to me, my name is Krishna. These things are not mentioned at all. Yes or no? You understand why the Lord is not saying directly? Very indirect. But you see how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is speaking. See the difference. What is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saying? Jeve re swarupa hoy, Krishna re Nityadas. You are eternally seven of, where is it stated? CC? Madhya? Madhya what? 21108. 20. Yeah. 107, 108 is it? Yeah. See here. Jivere swarupa hoy Krishnere nityadhas. See this point here. See how direct Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you know what I mean, helping all of us. Correct? When you come to the Hare Krishna movement, you see Prabhupada, immediately what he says? You chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Correct? Did he speak about you as a super soul, all these things? I don't think anybody told you that also in the first day you came, correct? Yes? See how direct the whole approach is. How direct? You are servant of Krishna and you have to chant his name, correct? Finish. The whole business is finish. Correct? And that is the highest knowledge. That is the word. See how we are all now so fortunate. We given straight on. Yeah, you are servant of Krishna, you chant Hare Krishna, you will go back to Krishna. Finish. 3 lines. No need to know about the soul, the super soul, the swan swimming, this, that, all this. Please.
I mean, even in those days, that Prachina Bharati asked, what do you mean by all the story? Narmani had explained, Kaliyuga, what can
In fact, yeah, after that 29, you go to the next chapter. You please tell me again, this whole story is very confusing for me. Narada Muni tried to allegorically this, that, he was going, and the king said, I am confused. And you see how direct Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Jivare Sora Hop, Krishna Re, finish. 1 line. And now you chant, Hare Krishna, finish. Very quickly you will see Krishna. He said, very quickly. I quoted that verse, right? 773. 773, you see? I better read this first before you go. You please remember this, this is very important. Right? It is the living and it is constitutional position to be an eternal servant of Krishna. Finish. Period. That's it. Because he is in the marginal energy of Krishna and manifestation simultaneously one with and different from the Lord like a molecule particle of Shanshana fire. Krishna has 3 varieties of energy, right? 3 energy, you got the what? Huh? What is that? First energy? Vibhini Shakti. What is the other one? Swamsa, Vibhini and what is that? Maya? Antara. Bahiranga Shakti. So 3 kind of Shakti. So you see, and we are small marginal. We are eternally servant of finish. Understand? No more all these big things, no need. That's why it's so important to meet the right spiritual master. And point on, you just know your position, it's very simple, everything is summed up. Servant of Krishna, you worship Krishna, you chant Hare Krishna, you go back to God, it's finished. Yeah? I was going to show you the other one, see here? 773, right? See, very important words. Huh? Krishna mantra haite kabe samsara mochana. Samsara means repeated birth and death. Mochana means what? You are delivered. Correct? Krishna nama haite pabe Krishna re charan. See this? Very direct. Simply by chanting the holy name of Krishna, one can obtain freedom from material existence. Indeed, simply by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, one be able to see the lotus feet of the Lord. Finish. Yes. You see how, so direct and so easy. The Lord had to come as a Brahmin and tell you, super soul, I am super soul, we are both a tree, all this. And he didn't even say his name yet. As a super, did he say his name? No. You follow? See how much we are so fortunate. The topmost knowledge is given to us directly. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the most munificent incarnation. He doesn't waste his time and do so many, nothing. Just poured on. You chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Even if you chant once Hare Krishna, you are considered already a topmost devotee. Even once. You know that? No, Prabhu, I chanted so many times. I mean, how big a devotee? Huh? You understand that? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, who is Vaishnav? Who is this Vaishnav? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, even if he chants once, he is Vaishnav. That means the power of chanting is so powerful. Can you imagine this chanting? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Right? I think 23:35, is it? Even you chant once. Shakrat, what is that? I become eternally the servant of a person who chants Hare Krishna. You follow this point? So therefore, take advantage. You don't have to go study so many things. That's why I ask so many questions. Nobody knows also. Super soul, super soul, super soul. Eh? Where? Super soul? He's in your heart. I know. Where? You're looking. This is how we are so illusioned. But if you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, very quickly you will realize the super soul in the heart. Very quickly, it says here. You understand? So don't miss out this chants. Simply chant Hare Krishna, and Prabhupada had made it even so easy. How many rounds? 64. So you will not come back here to the temple, boy. 64. 64 rounds. Okay, Prabhu, Hare Krishna, I see you again. Correct? 16 rounds. How many rounds? You cannot do 16, then you are animal. You are what? Animal. You follow? So chant 16 rounds. Finish. Business is over. You see how beautiful Krishna is? The same Lord is sitting in the heart. Same Lord is? Right? Everything becomes complete. That's why I say, if you know Krishna, you know everything already. Where is that verse? If you know Krishna, you know everything. Yeah? If you know Krishna, you know everything. 15. So try to remember all these verses. Whoever knows me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead without doubting, knows me without, is the know of everything. You see that? Is the know of. He therefore engaged himself in full devotional service to me, O son of Pritha. Bharata. Because Prabhupada also quotes another verse all the time. What is that verse? Yasmin Sarvameva Vigyante. That is from the Upanishad, I think. Yeah? You know where that verse? You know Krishna, you know everything. Finish. So we should take advantage of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. That's all we are saying. Everything is complete already. You come to Krishna, there is nothing more than Krishna. That's why Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, there is nothing more than. Where is that verse? Where is that verse? There is nothing more than me, nothing above me. What is that? Very good. Mata Paramtaram, none yet. Kinchid asti dhananja. There is nothing more above me or nothing more. Finish. I am the end. So we should understand. So you come to Krishna, that's finished. There is no more anything more to inquire. Right? This is Mayavad. They try to spoil your understanding. I say, no, it's not to Krishna. Somebody inside Krishna. You know? Somebody inside Krishna. Mayavadis. So how to defeat that inside Krishna? Bhagavad Gita. You looks like you're doubtful.
No. I have a 924. I told her 720.
You must be very clear. Just now he says without doubting. See this verse here, you must know this. Unintelligent man. Why I say this? Because the Brahmins in Jagannath Puri, that when the Lord is no more in the altar, wow, now you get the chance to see the real Lord. He is no more in the altar. You see the philosophy? Why they want to make money? Because otherwise you will not go to the temple, no? Right? No, you come and see the real Lord. Nothing there. You see how they preach? Understand? Unintelligent man who do not know me perfectly think that I, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, was impersonal before and have now assumed this personality. Due to their small knowledge, they do not know my higher nature which is imperishable and supreme. You follow? There's nothing higher than Krishna. Krishna's body got something inside. It is all spiritual. Correct? Yes? Yes or not? So Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, fools deride me when I come in this human form. They think I am a common, ordinary person. Yes? This verse quoted by Prabhupada many times. We must remember this by heart. What is the number? 911. You know 911? Right? You know, right? Understand? Of course, there's also other places, but at least you understand this. You follow? So our whole idea of trying to make you understand this is to strengthen the faith. You follow? So here, have to become fixed up. That's it. There's nothing beyond. What is that verse? Etachamsa kalapumsham krishnastu bhagavan swayam Iswaraha paramaha Krishna sachidananda vigraha anadiradir govinda sarva karanam. Finish, no more question. You understand? Just this line, this verse was discovered by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also. This verse is what? Discovered by? He gave us this Brahma Samhita. Brahma Samhita defeats everybody. Nobody can argue with the Brahma Samhita. And that also the 5th chapter. 100 chapters, only one chapter is for you. You know that? In the Kurma Kshetra, Kerala border. Right? Adikeshwar. Adikeshwar temple, that's South India, no? Kerala. See, Kerala. Discover this, and the others were all eaten by the ants. Finish. Only this one, he was dancing in one spot in the temple, and they were quite curious, he's only dancing there. So when he was finished, they dug up and they saw this Brahma Samhita all eaten by ants except the 5th chapter. See how the Lord is so kind. You know how powerful this Brahma Samhita is? No Mayavad comment on that Brahma Samhita. Any commentary by anybody? Nobody. Cannot comment. They say, oh, this is Samhita, this is Smriti. We don't count Smriti. Hey, how they argue. And what Rupa Goswami? Surti Smriti Puranadi. If you neglect the Surti Smriti, correct? You are called a what? Utpaita. It's disturbance in society. It's a disturbance. So you must know all these arguments, because if you meet somebody who is simply trying to kind of hoodwink you, and you should just show these small verses and that's it. You understand? Therefore we are fixed. We are followers of Krishna. You understand? And once you understand Krishna, we understand everything. That's why Brahman, Paramatma, Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan. Correct? But if you know Brahman, you will not know Paramatma, you will not know Bhagavan. If you know Paramatma, you will know Brahman, but you will not know Bhagavan. But if you know Bhagavan, you know everything. Correct? Yes? Understand? And who is that Bhagavan? Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. See, Bhagavad Gita, he never say Krishna Uvacha. Why did he say Krishna Uvacha? Yudhishthira Uvacha, Sanjaya Uvacha, everybody Uvacha. But here Krishna is what? He didn't say Krishna watcher. Why? Why didn't he, Vyasadeva wrote this, no? Why did he say not Krishna watcher? Why? What did he put? Bhagavan watcher. Bhagavan means what? Supreme Personality of Godhead. Arjuna watcher, yeah, yes. But there is no Krishna watcher. You never make the mistake because he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You understand? And you see by today's verse how important to know who is God. I am the super soul, we both old friends, you've been swimming in this lake and we left our original home. This is all beating around the bush, yes? If she's asking, we are old friends, who are you? No? Correct? Now here it's very clear. Who is that person? Krishna. You are servant of Krishna. You have to chant his name. Yes? Correct? Yes or no? Everything is very clear and finished. The business is over. That's why Krishna says, anyone who knows me, correct? Right? Anyone who knows my transcendental appearance and activities, never come back. Yes? Yes? Bahunam Janmanam Ante, one who knows that Vasudev, me, is everything, oh, he is a great and rare soul. Yes or not? Why Krishna put this point here? Because to know Krishna takes many, many births. It is not just today you came, you follow. So this is a rare chance that we have got. We should not misuse it. Correct? We should not become a neophyte and stay like that and space out. We should understand Krishna is position and we should surrender wholeheartedly without doubting. That's now we read. Well, without doubting. Finish. Our business in the material world is finished. We are going home back to Godhead by the mercy of Prabhupada. You have to keep the faith. You follow? Alright, so we will stop here. Any questions?
That Pitraloka 332:20.
332, huh? Wow, yes, I was thinking it was 328. 332?
20.
I was looking for this. Some such materialistic persons are allowed to go to the planet called Pitraloka by the southern course of the sun, but again come back to this planet and take birth in their own families, beginning again the same fruitive activity of birth to the end of life. You see, there's a difference here. The Pitralokas, they come back here in the same family. Whereas if you fall from the heavenly planet, if you are a devotee, you can take birth in the highly mercantile family, and what Krishna says, no? Yoga Brasta Vijayate, correct? Suchinam Srimantam Gehe. Two different, correct? Heavenly planet falling down, you get a chance to take birth in the highly qualified families. But here Pitraloka you come, you only go back to your own family line. See? So these are all informations there. Any question? Anybody have any question there?
That one is you are asking. 3726, that just means Vidyantam Sarvabhaya Vidyantam.
Where is it? 3?
3726 purpose.
327, Bhagavad Gita.
No, 3726.
3,
726.
7,
26.
26. This one Prabhupada quotes all the time, no? This verse here, Upanishads, no? Kasmin no bhagavata vigyate sarvam edam vigyantam bhavati ti Mukun Manduka Upanishad. This Vedic hymn declares emphatically that the devotee of the Lord knows everything material and spiritual in relationship with the Lord. Huh? Mundaka Upanishad. So try to understand Krishna, and it's very simple, correct? No hard and fast rule. You have many names. You know we chant in the morning. What we chant? Sisastaka, correct? Yes? Here's what? Namna makari bahudani jasarva shakti tatra pitani amita smarane nagala eta dristi tava kripa bhagavan mamapi durdaiva medrasham iha janina anuraga. What is the translation? Now we have to look at the book. So we have many names, correct? Like Krishna, Govinda, you know. And you have invested all your transcendental potency in the holy name. It's finished. Correct? You see the difference today, and you know how you are so elevated simply by mercy of Prabhupada and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In chant, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. So take advantage. All right. Thank you very much. Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki.